Alrighty. So let me get on my laser pointer here. So we are going to start working on our body paragraphs in No Red Ink. So last week we worked on planning our body paragraphs. We talked about each body paragraph having 3 things. What 3 things did our body paragraphs need? Topic sentence, correct. Evidence, yes. And an explanation. Yep. So we needed 3, there was 3 key parts of our body paragraphs. Topic sentence, evidence, and explanation. Awesome. Yes. So we went over each of these different pieces of our planning process. And this looked a little bit like this. So we worked on this part together. Each of you chose your own thesis. So we read a story a couple of weeks ago now where a town got destroyed by a tornado, and they had to decide, were they going to pack up and leave, or were they going to rebuild their city? And in our story, they chose to rebuild the city. So you guys had to choose what you guys were going to do. And so the 2 thesis statements that we were choosing were, if a natural disaster destroyed my town, I would pack up and leave. Or if a natural disaster destroyed my town, I would stay and rebuild. So those were our 2 thesis statements to choose from that we came up with. Everybody we're going to do 2 body paragraphs, right? 2 body paragraphs. So we know that, and I'm going to use my pen here to make this more clear. This here in the blue box, I think this will make it way more clear. In the blue box here, okay? This right here is going to be paragraph 1, okay? This whole thing is paragraph 1. Remember, our paragraphs have to have a topic sentence, evidence, and an explanation. So that's paragraph 1. And then this down here in the green box, this is paragraph 2, because again, our paragraphs have to have a topic sentence, evidence, and explanation. Okay, so we have 2 paragraphs, 2 body paragraphs for our essay. So when we go into No Red Ink, you know that when you are writing, that these here are going to go into your first paragraph, and these will go into your second paragraph, okay? And if you need to put a box around those to remember, or whatever you need to do to remember, that's fine. If you just know because they're connected, then that's perfect too, okay? All right, one more thing to note is that I did tell you when we were planning that these do not have to be in complete sentences. Now, some of them I put in complete sentences, but some of them I did not. And that is because when we actually go in to write our body paragraphs in No Red Ink, that's when we're going to really work on forming our complete sentences. We're going to turn these into complete sentences. So in No Red Ink, over here, and again, here's your key parts of your body paragraph. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can see a little bit better. You all have your title written. You all have your introduction. We are going to add our body paragraphs. Please, please, please do not add your conclusion today. We are going to add our conclusion another day. Remember, we are taking this one step at a time so that we learn every part of an essay. So we are only learning our body paragraphs. We're not learning body paragraphs and conclusion. 2 paragraphs, Zion, remember? 2 paragraphs. Look, this is what we just went over, 2 paragraphs. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, okay? Don't start writing them yet, Zion, because I'm still giving instructions. Alrighty, so add your body paragraphs. You're gonna click this. As you notice, when you click it, look what it says, body paragraph 1. It only gives you 1 box because it only lets you add 1 paragraph at a time. it will not let you add multiple paragraphs at once. You have to add one before you add another, which is a good thing. So here's the easiest way to do this. The easiest way is to flip back. You're going to have your planning page open and no red ink open at the same time. Is copy and paste, exactly. So come back to your planning page. I'm going to exit out of that. And I'm just going to highlight my words, and I'm going to click Control-C for copy. Control-C on my keyboard, and I'm going to flip back. I'm going to click inside, and I'm going to click Control-V, paste. Now, again, this is what I have in there, but I'm going to build on this sentence to make it a fuller sentence, okay? Now, flip back, and I'm going to grab sentence number 2, and I'm going to go in order. It's going to go in a circle, okay? So it's going to come here to my evidence to my explanation. So I'm going to grab my evidence. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to click Control-C. I'm going to come back to my no red ink, and I'm going to paste it. No, Serenity. I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay, come back here. You're going to grab your explanation. You're going to copy it, Control-C on your keyboard, or you can right-click with your mouse and a menu will pop up like this. See how I right-clicked and a menu popped up? And I can click Copy right here, Copy, and then go back to no red ink. I can either click Control-V on my keyboard, or I can right click with my mouse again and hit paste. All right, so there we go. I have all 3 of my sentences, but this is not a very good paragraph. So I would need to build on this and make my sentences a little thicker. Think of those $1 million sentences, right? What can I add to this to make these $1 million sentences? So I can say, if you think about, if you come back here, you know, this is my reason. My topic sentence is my reason, right? This is my reason why I would pack up and leave. Or maybe this is your reason why you would stay. So I can add that. I can add that to the beginning over here. I can say, the first reason I would leave is because it is, right? It is too expensive to rebuild. So look how much I just added on by adding that small part, okay? Remember also, if you click over here on these sources, I also added transition words or for persuasive essays. So you can add some of these words here. Like this would be a pretty easy one to add, like most importantly. I'm sure you can see that. So I could probably add, I'm sure you can see that. I could probably add that here. I'm sure you can see that because of the storm, material prices have increased. Look how much I just added by adding this transition phrase, this transitional phrase here. And then this shows that most would not be able to afford to rebuild. Okay, so that's a great body paragraph. So I just added, I added a good clear beginning, and then I just added one of these transition words or phrases to the beginning of another one of my sentences. Now I can go on and add my last body paragraph. So I'm going to click add another body paragraph, and it says body paragraph 2. So I'll come back over here, and here's body paragraph 2. I'm going to go ahead and copy, Control-C, or right click, copy. I'm going to paste, Control-V. Oh, and look, I don't have a period, so I need to add a period. Back here, I'm going in an order, so I'm going to copy, come back here and paste, and then come back here and get my explanation, copy, Control-C, and then go back to no red ink and paste, Control-V. Now again, too much trauma from the tornado. That is not a sentence. That is not a complete sentence. So I'm going to see if I can find, oh, I'm going to use most importantly. And I'm going to actually say the most important. The most important reason I would pack up and leave is because there would be, look how much I just added. There would be too much trauma from the tornado. Yeah, Zania. During the tornado, many of the families were so frightened that they would have trauma if they stayed in the same place. This shows that it would be too difficult for families to live in the same area. I can even add my own experience. I could say, I could put in here, I know I would be so afraid it would happen again. I would always be on edge. See, I can add some stuff in there as well, as long as I have those three things, right? As long as I have my three things, my topic sentence, my evidence, and my explanation, I can go ahead and add a couple other things in my body paragraphs, okay? So that's what we're doing. We are copying and pasting from our paragraph planning page here. We're copying and pasting into no red ink into the body paragraphs, okay? Now, when you're finished, you have to make sure you click the save and exit up at the top. Now, where do you find these at? You may be asking, where do you find these at? These are in Google Classroom. Remember, underneath the 3.4, 3.8 assignments, here's your body paragraph planning page and your natural disaster persuasive essay, okay? This must be done today, because when you come to class tomorrow, on Tuesday, we're going to start the conclusion. So you have to have your body paragraphs done to start your conclusion. So make sure that you have your no red ink body paragraphs typed up. You save and exit, and you are ready to start your conclusion down here tomorrow. Okay? All right.